Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Troy Aikman laments Cowboys' inability to reach Super Bowl in nearly 3 decades. Like all Dallas Cowboys fans, Troy Aikman is disheartened by the team's lack of success over the past 30 years. Aikman led the Cowboys to their third championship in 4 seasons at Super Bowl 30 on January 28, 1996. The franchise hasn't been back to the big game since. In fact, in the 29 years since that victory, the Cowboys have been to the postseason 13 times and played 18 games. They are 5-13 in those contests. They haven't made it past the divisional round in that time. On Tuesday, Aikman was asked about the Cowboys not being back to the Super Bowl in almost 30 years, and he gave a thoughtful response. "I thought we had more in us, and I thought we would be back. Obviously, we weren't," Aikman said. "But not only were we not back, but here we are almost 3 decades later and no one has been back. I think I speak for the Cowboys faithful in saying that it's been a long time, and this is the Dallas Cowboys. It's an organization that has had a great history, and this team has won a lot of games over the years with a lot of different players, but for whatever reasons they just haven't been able to get it done in the postseason. I don't think anybody is happy about that. The Cowboys will hit the reset button in 2025, with new head coach Brian Schottenheimer at the helm. The team's quarterback, Dak Prescott, doesn't think Dallas is that far from competing with the newly crowned Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. Beat them for the most part. Dak Prescott assesses Cowboys' chances against Super Bowl champions Eagles. Dak Prescott, quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, recently discussed how the team stacks up against the current Super Bowl champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. In a recent media appearance, Prescott went on to remark that in several previous battles with the Eagles, the Cowboys turned out to be the winners. However, the 31-year-old quarterback also mentioned that he cannot say much since the Eagles are the ones holding the Vince Lombardi Trophy currently. Led by Prescott, the Dallas Cowboys are ranked 3rd in the NFC East with 7 wins and 10 defeats. In the very last game of the season, the Cowboys were paired with the Washington Commanders and lost the game, 23-19. "I feel like we compete with the Eagles and beat them for the most part when we played them. I don't want to say check the record when they're the guys holding the trophy right now, so credit to them. They've earned it, they deserved it by all means. But yeah, very close, especially when you watch the NFC Championship game and those 2 teams, Eagles and Commanders, teams that we've battled against each every year a couple of times. As I said, I feel confident about us, we've got them the better part, each and every time to see them succeed in such a dominant fashion, credit to them," Dak Prescott said to reporters. Dak Prescott says it's Cowboys' turn to win Super Bowl. Dallas Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott also went on to remark that it is now his team's turn to win the Super Bowl after the Philadelphia Eagles lifted the Lombardi Trophy on Sunday. The Cowboys will be heading to the NFL 2025 season with their new head coach, Brian Schottenheimer, who recently took the reins of the team. However, with the announcement that Schottenheimer will be taking charge of the team's coaching, many raised their eyebrows. Some NFL analysts even went on to comment that the team's owner Jerry Jones might have appointed Schottenheimer to purposely tank in the upcoming season and thus have dibs on the number 1 draft pick for the next. Ernest also manages a YouTube account called Sports on Air with over 103,000 subscribers. The channel contains interviews predominantly from the Philippine Basketball Association. They can be reached at sportsonair@gmail.com. Internal discussions are firing up a potential trade circulating around star pass rusher Micah Parsons, which could come immediately. As of this posting, there have been internal discussions circulating Dallas Cowboys pass rusher Micah Parsons could be moving on in a trade. According to several sources, a trade involving Parsons was discussed in the front office as a possibility that may happen. It wasn't too long until Cowboy players such as wide receiver CeeDee Lamb said the rumors were baseless. This could be true, but with the landscape of where this organization is going, there's speculation the team could tank. However, Parsons is hoping for a new deal while he enters the fifth-year option of his rookie contract. He said before he would be flexible for a new deal, but the question is, what does that look like for the Dallas front staff? Parsons could soon notice the Cowboys are in a transition with the emergence of head coach Brian Schottenheimer. Depending on what other pass rushers such as Trey Hendrickson, Max Crosby, or T.J. Watt receive in a new contract, he may look for a greater deal above them. Cowboys COO Stephen Jones does not envision Parsons playing anywhere but Dallas. The Cowboys would probably have to play it smart to extend him to a contract before any other team does. However, the chances of that happening are low considering the Cowboys have been delaying the process of extending their best players. If the Cowboys do entertain a trade, these teams may offer a lucrative deal the team can't turn down. Internal discussions: Micah Parsons trade coming imminently. Next possible trade destinations: Los Angeles Chargers. With the state of the Chargers' financial situation, head coach Jim Harbaugh should put the team in the best position to get the best of the best. Khalil Mack doesn't look like he'll be coming back, and Joey Bosa is a cut candidate. Meanwhile, they have to find a contract that suits Poona Ford after the one season he had last year with the Chargers. Los Angeles has their eyes on their offense, improving it for quarterback Justin Herbert, but they must do something to improve its defense to get after the opposing team. There would be no better fit for Parsons than to land in Los Angeles as the main contributor to the defensive trenches. Since the Chargers have a promising team and a regime that works for Parsons, he could request a trade to this team to become the main spotlight of trenches defense. Baltimore Ravens. As for the Ravens, the team is getting younger each season, with Trenton Simpson hoping to be a viable replacement after Jadeveon Clowney left for the Panthers. It hasn't been faring well for the Ravens, and the team should look for a playoff upgrade to boost their chances. Parsons joining the team should see an increased jump from Roquan Smith and Kyle Van Noy. These three forming a new triplet should be enough exploding power on Baltimore's defense. Chicago Bears. There have been several rumors floating around that the Bears could have the price Micah Parsons is looking for. Chicago spent the majority of last offseason revamping a new offense for quarterback Caleb Williams. However, the team has yet to do much on improving the defense, and a generational talent like Parsons may be a game-changer. And are you a fan? What do you think of Micah Parsons leaving? Leave your opinion in the comments.